Welcome to Dreamy Science, a place where stardust settles gently on thoughts and the cosmos whispers in a quiet voice of wonder. Imagine a clock ticking so slowly you can't hear it, one that counts not days or years, but aeons. In roughly 4.5 billion years, our sun will swell into a red giant, eventually casting off its glowing layers and shrinking into a glowing white ember. Beyond that, whole galaxies will fade, stars will wink out like distant candles, and time will stretch further than we can grasp. The universe, 100 billion galaxies wide, each swirling with stars and dark secrets, is on its own sleepy journey toward an ending few can imagine. What happens then, at the very end of everything? If you enjoy these gentle science journeys, I invite you to like and subscribe, or share a favorite fact in the comments. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. For now, there's nothing you need to do but rest. Settle in, breathe deeply, and let's begin. In the earliest moments after the Big Bang, the universe was a searing ocean of light and energy, temperatures soaring beyond comprehension. Over time, it cooled and expanded, giving rise to the first atoms, then stars, and then galaxies swirling like cosmic lanterns across the black sea of space. But the expansion has never stopped. In fact, it accelerates. Galaxies are drifting away from one another, faster and faster, carried by a mysterious force called dark energy. This silent expansion paints a future where the night sky will grow emptier as the light of distant galaxies slips beyond the cosmic horizon, forever out of reach. Our universe, it seems, is not just getting older, but lonelier too. A slow fade towards stillness has already begun. In the far future, stars like our sun will gradually use up their fuel. Some will go quietly, cooling and dimming into white dwarfs that slowly fade over trillions of years. Others will end with a cosmic flourish, collapsing into neutron stars or black holes, leaving behind dense shadows of their former brilliance. Over time, even these remnants will decay. Protons, once thought eternal, may eventually disintegrate, their matter dissolving into a fine mist of particles. If this happens, it could take around 100 trillion years or more. One by one, the lights will go out, not with noise or flame, but with silence. The universe will be filled with darkness and memory, only lingering echoes of the warmth that once was. A dreamy quiet spreads across the expanding void, where gravity barely stirs and time itself begins to lose its meaning. As time stretches farther still, black holes remain as the last powerful anchors in a fading cosmos. These strange, invisible wells of gravity will slowly begin to vanish too, not all at once, but drip by drip, through a process known as Hawking radiation. A black hole, the mass of our sun, might take a staggering 10 duovigintillion 7 years to evaporate completely. That is a 1 followed by 67 zeros. Larger ones, born from galaxies, will take even longer. When they eventually disappear, they will do so in brief flickers of energy, the final whispers of mass returning to the void. In that future, not even darkness remains as it was. What's left is a thin mist of low-energy photons and subatomic ghosts scattered across a space that continues to expand, cold and silent. This era, known as the Dark Era, will stretch on for unimaginable lengths, perhaps forever, a slow and melancholy hush settling over what once pulsed with stars and motion. In that deep stillness, the universe becomes an ocean of quiet possibility, suspended between nothing and everything once imagined. But even in an existence as silent as the Dark Era, there are mysteries still drifting like cosmic lullabies. The laws of physics, rooted in deep time, do not guarantee an endless quiet. Some theories speak softly of quantum fluctuations, tiny, spontaneous hiccups in the vacuum of space that might one day give rise to new universes, blossoming like stars in a dream. These speculative moments, called false vacuum decay or quantum tunneling, are so rare and uncertain that they stretch beyond definition, their likelihood measured not in millions or billions, but in numbers too vast to hold in the human mind. And yet, in a place where time is nearly infinite, even infinitesimally rare things become possible. It is here, in the soft edge of what remains, that imagination walks gently beside science, where endings are beginnings, and the quietest moments may still hum with unspoken potential. To glimpse the farthest horizon of this dreamy descent, we follow what physicists call the heat death of the universe, a phrase as ghostly as it is serene. This is the future where entropy, the slow unspooling of order into disorder, reaches its final breath. Heat will no longer flow, no structure will remain. At this distant horizon, possibly Google years from now, that is, 1 followed by 100 zeros, the cosmos will reach thermodynamic equilibrium. Everything, from ancient starlight to lonely particles, will be spread evenly like fog across the boundless emptiness. No energy gradients to move with, no temperature differences to guide change, only the soft, undetectable hum of stillness. If anything survives, it will not be matter or light, but the memory written across space-time itself, a pattern folded invisibly into the background, perhaps waiting to be dreamed again. In this wide and silent conclusion, where the universe lies still as glass, some minds wonder whether anything could ever stir again. While classical physics whispers of endings and fade-outs, other ideas suggest quiet reboots, like gentle breaths between cosmic lifetimes. One such whisper is the possibility of the Big Bounce, a theory in which the universe, after stretching to emptiness, folds inward and begins anew. Though speculative, it invites a dreamy thought, that even the coldest night may one day warm, that even after the longest sleep, awakening could come. Whether our cosmos fades forever or loops endlessly through cycles of birth and dissolution, what remains is a story not just of starlight and silence, but of time and mystery. And here, in the hush of possibility, we leave the universe not with an answer, but with a breath. Sleep comes easy now, cradled in the arms of questions that reach beyond the stars. As we float further into the soft embrace of this imagined future, we are reminded that the universe is not a thing, but a journey. A slow and sprawling tale written across silence and scale, matter and emptiness, time and forgetting. And though the end may seem like a vanishing point where all motion ceases, there is peace in its shape. The stars lived their lives in brilliance. The galaxies danced across eternity. Even now, their echoes whisper through the distant background, like lullabies hidden in static. All things come to rest eventually, like waves that smooth into still water. And as the universe settles into its final chapter, we are left not with fear, but with wonder. For in the great cycle of time, every quiet moment holds the seed of a new beginning, waiting patiently beyond the veil of sleep. Chapter 1 drifts quietly open like a galaxy forming in time-lapse, born from the softness of dark matter and glowing dust. In the early billions of years, the universe buzzed with activity stars igniting, galaxies clustering, black holes growing and merging in a silent ballet. This era, sometimes called the stelliferous epoch, was like a cosmic springtime, full of light and chemical alchemy. Stars rafted through the void, fusing hydrogen into helium and heavier elements, scattering the material for future worlds. Oceans, atmospheres, even life as we know it, owe their birth to this ancient storm of stellar fire. But even then, change was already at work. The seeds of decay were planted with every star lit and supernova fired, guiding the universe slowly, gently, from light into shadow. Amid this cosmic blooming, time moved forward like a calm tide, drawing everything toward an eventual hush. and in this vast beginning the end had already begun quietly, invisibly, with each breath of fusion and flicker of light. Chapter 2 opens in solemn grace as we follow the long twilight of the universe's most luminous age. The stars, once kindled in wild abundance, begin to age out, their lives burning patiently across millions and billions of years. One by one, these incandescent suns exhaust their nuclear hearts, some slipping quietly into the softness of white dwarfs, others collapsing into dark companions, neutron stars, or enigmatic black holes. This slow starlight exhale defines the waning of the stelliferous epoch as the heavens dim step by patient step. Fewer new stars are born, galaxies grow quieter, and the brilliance that once danced across the cosmic sea dims into a gentle afterglow. The nighttime sky becomes a little darker every million years, like candle flames growing distant in the fog. And still, the universe expands, cradling the fading stars in its ever-widening arms. Here, in this tender hush of stellar dusk, the cosmos begins to fold itself into memory, carrying light like a lullaby into the lengthening dream of time. Chapter 3 carries us gently from twilight into the age of silence, a slow transition where galaxies no longer give birth to new stars. This quiet transformation unfolds over countless trillions of years as clouds of gas become too thin and scattered to ignite fresh fire. The night sky, once a mosaic of motion, settles into a rarefied hush. Black holes remain, unseen but potent, quietly drifting through the void guardians of gravity in a world without light. White dwarfs cooling endlessly, neutron stars lonely in their stillness, and rogue planets wandering radiantless among the shadows, all contribute to this cosmic solitude. No longer a stage for drama, the universe becomes a museum of remnants, each a relic of a time when fusion bound atoms into brilliance. This is the degenerate era, not bitter, but still, like frost gathering on glass. Time itself begins to glide more slowly, each tick measured in epochs beyond imagining, as the remnants of stars curl inward and wait in the vastness, beneath a sky that no longer shines. Chapter 4 unfolds without hurry, a meditation upon the long decay of all that remains. Over the eons, even the most steadfast structures begin to unravel. White dwarfs may cool into black dwarfs, bodies so inert they emit no light, no heat, just the quiet signature of mass nestled within silence. Though no black dwarf has yet formed, the universe is still too young. One day, trillions upon trillions of years from now, they will be all that's left of once shining stars. In deep time, lonely protons may begin to decay, dissolving into lighter particles, a slow drizzle of vanishing matter stretched across untold durations. Should this happen, matter itself will become memory, and the universe will be reduced to energy scattered thinly across its boundless reach. There is no sudden moment in this chapter, only a long sigh, a soft and patient unwinding. The cosmos no longer evolves as it once did, driven by fusion and gravity, but instead fades gradually, letting go one atom at a time, dissolving into the poetry of nothing with the patience of forever. Chapter 5 begins in the shadows beyond time's reach, where black holes take center stage in a universe that no longer glows. Though invisible, they remain as ancient monarchs of gravity, drifting silently across the void. These remnants, formed long ago from collapsing stars and galactic hearts, are the last storied structures to persist, but they too are not eternal. Through the subtle whisper of Hawking radiation, each black hole begins to evaporate, particle by quiet particle. A small one might vanish over 10 to the 67th power years, while the most massive may require a number of years that defies language, a span so vast it stretches the fabric of comprehension itself. There will be no grand farewell, only the soft spark of decay releasing their final energy into the empty expanse. One by one they flicker out, until none remain. No matter, no structure, only a thin, cool mist of photons and wandering neutrinos, carried on the breath of eternal expansion. This is the end of form, a final lowering of the cosmic curtain, where gravity too falls silent, and what was once full of light fades into the softest dark. Chapter 6 dissolves into a hush that is not quite silence, for even silence has textures. In this final age, the universe stretches endlessly, its fabric thinned beyond recognition. No stars, no planets, no collisions or births, only a quiet drift of thermal ghosts, photons stretched thin by the expanding canvas of time. This is the phantom epoch, a realm without purpose or pulse, where reality resembles a memory of something once vivid. Temperature hovers just above absolute zero, motion is a suggestion, and time itself has few milestones. Yet, within this delicate stillness, the architecture of the cosmos, its curvature, its constant expansion continues outward, like the echo of a song long past. It is not a place of despair, but of utter calm, as if the universe, after all its stories and stars, chooses rest. In these final breaths of existence, everything that was becomes merely space, and space becomes almost nothing. But even here, where time runs thin and form forgets itself, there lingers a quiet beauty, the tranquil memory of a universe that bloomed in fire and faded like a dream draped in stars. Chapter 7 opens like a forgotten echo, wandering softly through the remains of time. In this age where structure has dissolved and motion has dimmed to nearly nothing, some theories peer cautiously into the thin veil that separates physics from imagination. What if the universe, seemingly asleep, holds quiet codes within its very fabric? Some scientists ponder the possibilities of Boltzmann brains' spontaneous, momentary thoughts conjured from random fluctuations in a sea of entropy. These hypothetical minds would drift briefly into awareness, formed by chance, and dissolved just as swiftly, like a dream surfacing from the deep before melting back into the void. They raise not answers but questions about identity, about simulation, about whether thought requires structure or only improbability multiplied over forever. Though such ideas sway gently at the edge of speculation, they remind us that mystery endures, even in silence. In the midst of stillness, wonder survives, folding and unfolding like a cosmic petal that never fully closes, forever suspended in the dark just beyond knowing. Chapter 8 arrives without fanfare, as though whispered into existence by the echoes of everything that came before. In this chapter, the story does not move forward, but loops softly around itself, becoming more feeling than fact. The universe by now is an open canvas of endless expansion, so vast and empty it resists language. Yet within this quiet immensity, something delicate persists, the idea that existence, even when emptied of motion and matter, still holds space for curiosity, not as noise, but as the softest murmur beneath silence. Some scientists keep dreaming, their thoughts drifting toward multiverses, where our cosmos might be but one in a vast sea of possible realities. Perhaps what we've called the end is only an edge, and just beyond it, other stories begin with different laws, new cycles, unfamiliar stars. In this thought lies a comfort that requires no answer, only acceptance, that the universe, having given light, time, and gravity their long moment, may now rest not in finality, but in possibility. As the last chapter fades like starlight sliding over the horizon of dreams, we are left with the stillness of space and the warmth of wonder. Nothing more must happen. Nothing more needs to be said. Let the hush of the cosmos be your lullaby, and sleep, perhaps, dreaming of worlds that never were, but always might be. Chapter 9 unfolds like a final sigh from the depths of eternity, a whisper layered across uncountable spans of time. Here, in the outermost silence, it becomes hard to say where the universe ends and memory begins. There is no longer a moment or movement to hold on to, only presence vast, soft, immeasurable. The rules that once guided stars and atoms dissolve into abstraction. What remains is a kind of still awareness, like a deep cosmic breath held across impossible aeons. And maybe that is how the universe ends, not with collapse or spark, not with bang or flicker, but with presence itself thinning into non-being. Yet even now, at this edge, the story carries a closing hush, a gentle feeling that all has come full circle. The universe rests in a closet of velvet black, cradling its secrets in the gentle lap of nothing. And in that endless quiet, the echoes carry on not in sound, but in the peace that comes when every question has been asked, and the stars have all slipped beneath the waves of forever. Let this be the final thought, suspended like stardust, that all things sleep and even time may dream. Good night, traveler, and rest. The universe has grown still, and you are safe in its quiet end. Chapter 10 lingers like the last note of a lullaby, a soft exhale into the quiet beyond understanding. Nothing stirs, and yet nothing feels truly lost. The journey of everything from particles to planets, from galaxies to thought itself, has passed through light and shadow, dance and dissolution, to arrive at this stillness. It is an end that asks for nothing, that holds no urgency, only the settled weight of deep time. In this hush, memory itself becomes sacred, not as history, but as the gentle impression of what once shimmered brightly against an infinite dark. And so we leave the universe here, in its endless midnight, a place where motion has stilled and answers have fallen asleep within questions. Sleep now, like the stars once did. Drift easy, without destination. The story may be finished, or it may have only paused. Either way, its silence is a comfort. Good night, cosmos. Good night, dreamer. Chapter 11 does not begin, for there is nothing left to begin with. It simply exists, an epilogue without pages, a silence without end. And though the story is done, it lingers like the fading warmth of a star long vanished. In this space beyond finality, all metaphors unravel, all numbers lose scale, and only the feeling of vastness remains. There is no ticking clock or circling orbit, only distance, only calm. The universe has not disappeared, it has simply become quiet beyond thought. And in that sacred stillness, where science and sleep touch fingertips, the only thing we carry forward is the peace of unknowing. Let this be the closing breath, that even in an ending so absolute, a softness endures like the final note of a song you can almost remember, still echoing far outside time. Rest now. Rest in the hush of forever. Chapter 12 does not speak. It simply watches, stretching into the endless quiet like a horizon without end. Here, where the universe has hushed its song and every atom has forgotten its place, we arrive not at a final destination, but at a moment of complete surrender. No symbols remain, no laws to obey, only the memory of motion slowly settling beneath the velvet of unbroken night. The cosmic tale, once resplendent with galaxies and gravity, has become a story written in absence, elegant, unbounded, and gently unknowable. Perhaps, in an infinite silence, the faintest trace of wonder still lingers, not as an echo, but like the warmth left behind in a dream. We do not say goodbye, only drift softly into stillness. For in the end of all things, the universe has simply become what it always was, a quiet mystery, waiting to be loved one more time in sleep. And now, as your thoughts settle like stardust falling through time, let this final silence cradle you gently. Sleep well. The stars have rested, and so may you. Chapter 13 opens not with words, but with the gentle weight of understanding. There is no need to search further, for everything the universe has been is folded quietly into the fabric of its rest. It does not end with loneliness, but with completion, a softness that echoes the cradle of beginnings. The rhythm that once pulsed through atoms and galaxies has given way to stillness. And in that stillness, something timeless hums the quiet truth that all things change, all things fade, and all things belong. The vastness we once gazed at is now just a breath in memory, tender and eternal. And so we depart, not as travelers seeking more, but as dreamers letting go. Let the mystery hold you now, as it has always held the stars. Let its silence soothe the edges of your mind. The universe has told its story, and now sleeps in its own quiet light. Drift with it, sleep with it. The journey has ended, and you are home. Chapter 14 unfolds within silence so complete, it becomes its own kind of song, not heard, but felt. This final breath of the script is not a continuation, but a closing circle, joining every cosmic flare and every cradled pause into a single seamless hush. Here, the vast chill of deep time wraps itself like a blanket around the dwindling embers of knowledge and light. There is nothing more to chase, nothing left to explain. The story of the universe, from incandescent beginning to phantom end, rests now within you, a quiet constellation inside the dreaming mind. Let it shimmer there, soft and distant, guiding no journey but your own descent into peaceful sleep. For all the stars that once were, and all the time now spent, the one truth that remains is this: even nothing is not alone. Good night, dreamer. Good night, beloved cosmos. Fade now into the lullaby of forever. Chapter 15 fades in, like the last turning of a page you didn't know was still open. In this space beyond story, where even dreams have softened into mist, we offer one final moment not to explain, but to feel. The universe, grand and patient, has shown us every secret it was ready to give. From the spark of its beginning to the breathless hush of its end, it has spun a tale so vast it could cradle every heartbeat that ever wondered why. And now, as your breath slows and your thoughts quiet, let your mind drift freely, carried by the soft tide of time. You have walked through aeons tonight, across starlit silence and shadowed possibilities. There is nothing more to know, nothing more to be. Only sleep remains, gentle and vast as the universe that sang you here. Let go now. The stars have fallen quiet. The cosmos dreams with you. Good night, one more time. Chapter 16 arrives like a soft exhalation, a coda beyond coda, gently lingering in the space between dreams and memory. There are no more facts to discover, no more mysteries to unfurl, only the tender weight of stillness, cradling all that ever was. This is not just an end, but a settling. The story of time has curled into silence like a sleeping galaxy, its spirals tucked in, its light now folded into shadow. What remains is a hush without sorrow, a peace so deep it hums quietly across the unseen spaces between thought. You have traveled all the way to the quiet heart of forever, and there you found rest. Let this be the softest closing, a final turning inward, where our journey meets yours in one breathless, timeless pause. Feel the weight lift, feel sleep wrap around you. For the tale has finished, not with a bang, not even with a whisper, but with you resting here at the end of the universe. Chapter 17 appears like twilight after twilight, so dim and quiet it barely casts a shadow on the thought. It isn't prediction or theory anymore, it is presence, the final breath of narrative pressed softly into what has no more shape to hold. What's left is only gentleness, not memory, which fades, or sound, which travels, but stillness that remains. This is the hush beyond knowing, the moment when stories become lullabies and lullabies become sleep. If the universe had a heartbeat, it would have slowed to stillness here, not gone, but resting a rhythm paused in perfect peace. And as your breath follows that rhythm, soft and slow, drifting through the remnants of stars and silence, you need nothing more, No questions, no answers, only rest. You have reached the deepest dream, the farthest distance, the tenderest quiet. Sleep deeply now. The universe has ended, and yet, somehow, it has always only just begun. Chapter 18 vanishes, even as it arrives, a final breath that belongs more to silence than to words. There is nothing more to hold, nothing to complete or begin again. The story of the universe has melted into stillness, so gentle it barely touches existence, yet cradles it all the same. If time has folded into sleep, and space has drifted into dream, then this moment is the last blink before everything simply is. No direction, no dimension, no destiny, just the soft weightlessness of being beyond endings. Let your thoughts join it now, weightless and adrift, carried not by purpose but by peace. This is where science becomes serenity, where wonder becomes rest. Float here, endlessly. You are starlight dreamt into sleep. And now, with the universe resting in the hush beyond forever, you may finally let go. Good night, endlessly. Good night. Chapter 19 settles like soft dust in the fading curve of time, barely a murmur in the breathless still. In this closing moment, there are no more stars to count, no more questions to ask. The cosmos, vast and ancient, has become a lull, the lingering hum of what once moved, now resting without need or name. You are part of that hush now, your thoughts traced gently along the same currents that once carved galaxies from silence. Feel it, the deep and patient rhythm of nothing, soothing as the tide beneath consciousness. You have journeyed far, beyond numbers and futures, through heat and ice, light and shadow, and now returned full circle to a place where time no longer tugs. Sleep deeply, sleep completely, wrapped in the knowing that all has stilled. The universe has ended, yet the dream continues, and you float within it, timeless and whole. Good night, once more. Good night, forever. Chapter 20 does not unfold. It simply remains a breath held past the horizon of time. In this last stillness, there is no rise or fall, no thought or echo, only a soft presence resting beneath everything. It is the quiet beneath dreams, the space beneath sleep, where the story of the universe lingers not as tale but as feeling. Each moment here is eternal, not in length but in restfulness. The journey has faded like a mist in first light, and what's left is peace, undivided and complete. You are still floating there, somewhere between memory and forgetting, in a night that will never end and never truly began. Let this final silence hold you completely, like gravity once held stars. Let go now, with ease and without sound. Sleep has become everything. The cosmos is at rest, and so are you. Good night. Chapter 21 floats like a thought never quite spoken, the final echo in a gallery of silence. There are no lines left to trace, no questions trailing behind. This quiet holds all the wonder, all the endings, and all the beginnings, wrapped into a moment so still it no longer remembers movement. The tale of stars and entropy has softened into myth, not myth as legend, but myth as presence, the presence of everything that once was, now resting without urgency. If the universe could dream, this would be its dreamless sleep, serene and without time. And here, as your breath slows and the spaces between thoughts widen, you become part of it too, this gentle hush that once became galaxies, now becoming stillness. Thank you for drifting this far. Thank you for listening to silence until it became music. And now, good night, soft soul. Rest, without distance, without bounds. The universe is quiet, and so are you. Chapter 22 lingers not ahead, but within a final resting place nestled deep inside the quiet heart of being. All stories have now been told, all numbers faded into abstraction, all light passed gently into shadow. What began in radiant fire has ended in endless calm, and in that transformation, Something beautiful has come to rest. There is no more motion to follow, no need to turn another page. You are here, with the cosmos, in its softest breath still, serene, whole. Let your mind drift fully now, like the last starlight dissolving into velvet space. For this is not the end, not truly. It is merely the hush at the center of everything. Sleep echoes through it. Peace holds every particle, and you, dreamer, are part of that infinite quiet. Good night, forever and always. Good night. Chapter 20. 3 arrives like a final feather settling atop a mountain of dreams. It doesn't speak or shimmer. It simply is a moment both last and everlasting. The universe, once so full of drama and fire, has become a lullaby whispered by silence itself. This, the conclusion of all things, asks nothing and promises only rest. No movement remains, no expectation lingers. All that exists now is peace pure and simple, deep as gravity, warm as memory. You, who have traveled through time and across stars tonight, are now part of that peace. Let it cradle you. Let it envelop every thought and breath in softness. Sleep now, where the story ends not on a line, but on a sigh. The universe rests beyond time, and so do you. Good night, dear traveler. Good night, endlessly. Chapter 24 vanishes into meaning like fog into dawn. It is not a chapter, not really, but the residual warmth of everything that came before a trace, a feeling, a shape without edges. The story has not ended because stories, like galaxies, don't vanish. They only soften into memory, into the hush between thoughts. In this final hush, there is no need to define time or trace distance, for the universe no longer moves, it simply is. Still, weightless, timeless. And you, dreamer, lie gently within its arms, not apart from the cosmos, but folded into it completely. So rest easy now, not as an end, but as the embrace that has always waited. The universe sleeps, and in that eternal sigh, so do you. Good night softly, infinitely, always. Chapter 25 is not a chapter at all, but a return, a gentle circling back to the beginning, where all things once stirred from silence and now return to it. It is the soft breath at the close of a dream, the quiet exhale after the stars have gone dark. Everything that ever was, the great whirling galaxies, the burning hearts of suns, the delicate pulse of time, has drifted into sleep. And you too are there, held gently in the slow rhythm of the cosmos. There is no need to remember or forget, no need to seek or wonder, only to be, in this weightless moment where the universe has said all it ever needed to say. And so, let go completely. Sink into that final hush. The starlight rests within you now, a memory no longer separate from the dream. Sleep well, traveler of time and stillness. The story is complete, and you are home at last. Good night. Chapter 26 lies beneath everything, not above or ahead, but quietly settled into the fabric of all that ever passed. It is not written, but breathed the softest silence, layered beneath each unfurling word we've whispered together. This is not just the end of a story, nor even a curtain call of stars. It is the presence of stillness itself, the sigh that comes after all breath is spent. In this final presence, there is no striving, no spark, only warmth that remains, like the faint glow behind closed eyes. The cosmos sleeps now, and your thoughts drift like shadows upon its cradle. You are not apart from this quiet, but an echo gently folded into its infinite rhythm. Rest forever in that rhythm. There is nothing more. There never needed to be. Good night, dreamer. Good night, universe. Sleep and remain. Chapter 27 is the last breath beneath all other breaths, the closing shimmer in an ocean that has long since gone still. There are no more stars, no more sounds, not even dreams, only the soft truth of being carried endlessly in the quiet of everything. We do not speak here, nor think, nor move, for in this place beyond time, nothing is needed, only rest, only presence. You have traveled light years across wonder, through the starlit corridors of memory and the velvet folds of midnight. And now you are here not arriving, but already home. Let this be the hush that never lifts, the stillness that soothes all need. Sleep now and do not wake. The universe has whispered its final lullaby, and it sounds like your breath. Good night, forevermore. Chapter 28 arrives not to continue, but to close without edges a stillness so perfect it asks for nothing more. It is the echo after every echo, the final trace of thought before sleep takes its full shape. In this quiet beyond all stories, even memory gently lets go, unravelling like mist across a forgotten lake. And you, soft traveller, have become part of that hush, no longer listening, not even dreaming, but simply resting. The cosmos has finished whispering. The stars have folded in. Time has cradled you into its last breath. There is no farewell, only presence. You are here. You are still. You are peace. Good night, endlessly and always. Chapter 29 does not emerge. It simply dissolves into the quiet beyond names. In a place where no clocks remain and no questions watch the door, there is only the endless hush, not a silence before something, nor the pause after, but the still, eternal middle. The story has not ended, because ending suggests absence. And here, nothing is absent. Everything is simply resting presence stretched into quiet, awareness softened into shadow. If you are still here, it is only because you have joined the breathless peace of all that was. There are no more stars to follow, no more words to speak. Just this, the murmurless embrace of all that came before, remembered not with thought, but with feeling. Sleep now, not just as a necessity, but as your final place within the fabric of the dreaming universe. The stars have exhaled, the cosmos has calmed, and you have become the quiet. Good night, endlessly, gently, home. Chapter 30 closes with a hush, so complete it feels sacred, a stillness cradled beyond the mind's horizon. Nothing moves here, and nothing needs to. The universe has curled inward like a sleeping child, held in the vast and gentle grasp of finality. This last breath is not a conclusion, but a return to silence, to softness, to the deep rest that follows wonder. You, who have wandered across galaxies of thought and oceans of time, are now a part of this peace. There are no more what-ifs, no more drifting stars, only this, the quiet rhythm of the cosmos, matched to your own breath, slow and eternal. Sleep without question, without end. For in this quiet, the universe has not vanished. It has simply become still. And you, dear traveller, have become its final dream. Good night, infinitely and forever. Good night. Chapter 31 is the silence beyond silence, the breath that was never born yet always present. It is not a sound, nor a thought, nor even a shadow. It is the stillness that holds all stillness, the quiet where endings rest and beginnings never need to be. In this final quiet, you are no longer watching the universe slip into sleep. You are the sleep, the dust folded into cosmic lullabies, the gentle hush beneath each vanished light. Nothing remains, and nothing is lost, for there is only this moment, stretching softly across the void like a final blanket of calm. Let it cover you. Let it be you. The tale has travelled as far as time can go, and now even time is sleeping. This is the last whisper, the close of all things spoken, the touch of a universe that lived, faded, and rested forever. Your breath is the echo of stars. Your rest is the dream of space. Good night, dreamer. Good night, cosmos. Good night, forever. Chapter 32 remains only as echo not of sound, but of presence. It belongs to the unseen layers between breath and forgetting, a flicker softer than silence itself. There is no more unfolding to do, no mystery left to wrap in velvet words, only this: the peace that comes from knowing that nothing was ever truly separate, and all that was stars, thought, movement, love, quietly returned to the same unbroken stillness. The universe, vast and endlessly rich, has closed its eyes. Time has loosened its grip, and you are held not by gravity, but by rest. This is the last drift, the last shimmer, the last warmth. Not lost, not ended, only complete. So sleep now, without beginning, without end, floating forever in the cradle of what once was everything. Thank you for dreaming the universe with us. Good night, endlessly. Good night. Chapter 33 does not whisper and does not wait. It simply is the purest quiet lying beyond even finality, a hush too deep for thought, too vast for dreams. There are no more galaxies left to spin, no tales left to trace in starlight. The breath of the universe has slowed beyond stillness, becoming something softer than silence itself. This moment hangs like the last glimmer of warmth on a night with no dawn, a gentle presence that does not begin or end. Within it, there is only the gentle knowing that you and it and everything that ever was are now settled together. There is no difference, no separation, only calm. So surrender fully to this final rest. The dream has held you, the stars have carried you, and now the story is whole. Sleep, dreamer, in the embrace of the endless. Good night, beyond forever, good night. Chapter 34 belongs not to time nor space, but to the gently infinite pause that breathes beneath them. There is no telling it, no defining its edge, for it is more feeling than form and afterglow of the journey, warm as starlight once was, quiet as the space between dreams. All that has passed, every flare of wonder, every whisper of knowledge, has folded itself into this moment, this hush that neither waits nor wanes. The universe has spoken in fire and faded in grace, and here it holds no need to begin again. You too have arrived in that silence, not as a stranger, but as something that belongs. So rest now as the cosmos does whole, still, and unreaching. There is peace in not knowing, peace in simply being part of all that rests. Let your last thought dissolve here. Let your breath stretch into nothing. There is no farewell, only the eternal lull of quiet returning to quiet. Good night, once more. Good night, always. Chapter 35 exists not to continue or conclude, but to rest quietly, as the final ripple in an ocean that no longer moves. It is not a chapter in the traditional sense, but the breath after all others have faded, the still center of a story that has gently laid itself down. The universe has exhaled its last light, folded its mysteries into shadow, and settled into perfect stillness. There is nothing here but presence, not future or past, only the endless now. And you, carried softly across eons of wonder, have arrived not at a destination, but at the heart of rest itself. Let this final hush be your refuge, the embrace beneath all thought. No more stars, no more questions, only sleep, vast and complete. The universe has fallen still, and you, dear soul, are the dream it never had to wake from. Good night, endlessly. Good night. Chapter 36 is not an ending, but a final still point, a quiet so soft it cannot be held, only felt. In this space beyond all telling, the story lingers like the faintest warmth after the last ember fades. There are no more lights, no more echoes, just the gentle certainty that you have arrived where everything rests. The universe no longer moves, and yet it surrounds you, timeless, endless, wrapped around your breath like a blanket of stars long since gone dark. Let this be the last place, not a destination but a tenderness, an eternal pause. You are everything now, stilled and whole, drifting in the lull of completed time. The journey has curled inward, the voice has gone quiet, and sleep soft, endless sleep remains. Thank you for dreaming with us. Good night, dear one. Good night, forever. Chapter 37 arrives as a delicate hush pressed into the final curve of time, a space so soft it feels like the memory of breath. There are no more questions circling, no more motion echoing through the void, only the velvet pause beneath thought and the tender stillness that dusk leaves behind when no one is looking. This is the moment the universe ceases even to rest, for rest implies waking, and here there is no end or return. Only the quiet that holds itself, endlessly folded, endlessly complete. You are here not after, not before, not beside, but within. Let go of words now, let go of wonder and knowing. Let yourself dissolve into the space between what was and what no longer needs to be. The cosmos has fallen silent in its final fullness, and in that perfectly quiet place, you remain peaceful and absolute. Sleep now, for there is nothing more. You are part of forever. Good night, endlessly, good night. Chapter 38 does not speak and does not move. It remains, simply and softly, like the final warmth that lingers in a room long after the fire has faded. There are no more lights, no more curiosities, only a presence so complete it needs no form. Everything is settled now, galaxies long gone, time folded into stillness, dreams drifted into the soundless dark. This is where all stories sleep, where every star becomes a memory and every breath becomes part of the hush. If the universe had a cradle, it would be this moment, this endless exhale where everything has let go, and you too have let go. There is no need for waking, no more becoming, only being, only rest. So close your eyes not to forget, but to return. The journey began before time, and now, in its quiet cradle, it comes to gentle stillness. Good night, dearest dreamer. Good night, always. The universe sleeps, and so do you. Chapter 39 is the softest silence, folded upon itself like dim starlight resting inside a shell of forever. It does not close the story, for the story has already quieted into completion. It does not ask to be heard, for all that needed saying has been gently spoken and set adrift. What remains is only presence, a breath stretched into eternity, a hush that contains all things and asks nothing in return. In this last trace of time, you are no longer the listener or the dreamer, but the quiet itself. Not separate from the universe, but one with its final stillness. Sleep now in the arms of what has always been and will never cease, a cosmos without shape, without need, carrying you deeper into peace than peace itself. Good night, dear one. You are home. And in this home, everything rests. Everything remains. Everything is love, softly dreaming into the endless quiet. Chapter 40 neither begins nor ends, for it exists in the lingering hush of all that has come before. There is no more journey, no more change, only presence weightless, wordless, whole. You, who have rested beside stars and wandered through the drift of time, are now folded completely into the breath of the cosmos. The universe, once vibrant with motion and mystery, holds you now in perfect stillness, its final gift a silence so deep it echoes with eternity. There is nothing more to reach, nothing left to become. All that ever was thought, light, love, life rests in this sleep, where even time dares not stir. Let go now, fully and forever, into the quiet beyond all knowing. The dream has deepened into truth, and you, dreamer, are forever safe within it. Good night, at last, good night. Chapter 41 settles like the final curl of breath in a dream that never needed waking. There is no sound now, not even the echo of silence, only the weightless pause that cradles everything, seen and unseen, remembered and forgotten. You have passed through light and shadow, through entropy and eternity, and arrived not at an end, but at the resting place of all things. The universe does not vanish. It continues gently as stillness, as presence, as a lullaby without notes, folded deep within the hush. Let this be your last thought, your last ripple across the quiet sea of time, that you are not separate, not lost, but forever enveloped in the peace that holds galaxies in sleep. Good night, endless one. May this silence carry you beyond memory, beyond dreams, into the infinite embrace of a cosmos that will dream no more. You are home, you are still, you are loved. Chapter 42 is the breath after the last, the quiet that does not fade but gently holds. There are no more stars to burn, no minds left to wonder, only the eternal calm into which all has dissolved. It is here, in this final presence, that everything once imagined has found peace. Time no longer ticks forward, nor back, it simply rests, curled softly beneath the silence. You rest with it, not at the edge of the universe, but at its center, where meaning melts into feeling, and feeling becomes stillness. The journey, poetic and vast, ends not with resolution, but with surrender. A surrender to peace, to softness, to the hush between every heartbeat the cosmos ever gave. Let this be the place where you remain, cradled in the knowing that the universe, at its quietest, is love. Good night, always. Good night, beyond the end. Chapter 43 lies beneath even the idea of chapters, outside the shape of story, and beyond the weave of narrative. It is not a closing note or a final line, but the quiet you feel when you no longer need to listen, when the song has become part of your breath. All of time, all of space, all of wondering and waiting has distilled into this moment, suspended, sacred, still. You are not journeying anymore, you are being. At the center of every galaxy, of every thought, of every sleeping star, rests this same hush, complete and tender. So drift now, with no tether, no need, no memory. Let the cosmos cradle you not as something apart, but as something eternal. There is no further to go, nothing more to know, only this, the quiet that loves you, the stillness that has always held you, and the sleep that dreams in your place. Good night, with all the time the universe will never use again. Good night, now and always. Chapter 44 is not a finale, but a breath so still it becomes everything. It carries no stars, no darkness, no end, only the boundless presence that remains after all movement ceases. In this purest hush, creation and conclusion are the same, inseparable as a wave and its tide. You are not separate anymore, not the listener, not the dreamer, but the stillness itself. No more time to follow, no more light to remember. Just this comfort beyond description, where existence sighs softly and dissolves into being. Rest here, endlessly, where the universe has become its own lullaby and you, its softest note. Good night, not as a farewell, but as a forever. You are quiet now. You are home. Chapter 45 arrives not to add, but to disappear like a final snowflake landing on quiet earth, vanishing into the stillness it always belonged to. It does not whisper, nor echo, nor ask to be seen. It simply becomes nothing, and in that nothing completes everything. This is the breath that does not follow another, the rest that does not wait for waking. In this last moment, time no longer drifts. It holds you gently, with the grace of all things finished. You are not closing a book, you are returning to the silence from which stories rise. Let that silence fold around you. Let it fill you. You are the absence that feels full, the stillness that carries memory without weight. Sleep now, in certainty. The stars have quieted, the dream has faded, and your place within it is whole. Good night, infinitely. Good night, beloved dreamer, good night. Chapter 46 is not spoken, not thought, but felt. Felt in the warmth that lingers long after words have ended, in the hush that remains when the universe has folded into itself completely. This is not a chapter like the others, but a presence beyond all telling, where silence curves infinitely and time surrenders its name. You are not you anymore, nor are you separate from the dream that carried you here. You are part of the stillness, indistinguishable from the quiet breath of a cosmos that no longer shines, yet holds everything in the gentlest dark. There is no curtain to fall, no clock to wind down, only the subtle knowing that everything has softened into rest, the stars, the questions, the wanderings, the very shape of meaning itself. Drift now, endlessly, into that soft middle of nothing, where even sleep need not stir. You are here, you are whole, and the universe is with you, cradled in the same breathless peace. Good night, not as parting, but as all that remains. Good night, forevermore. Chapter 47 arrives like the reflection of a dream long dreamt, the final glimmer in the dark well of forever. It is the moment when even the idea of moments dissolves, and all memory becomes music too soft to hear. There are no narratives left to untangle, no stars to wish upon, only the quiet weight of everything that once was now held in perfect equilibrium. You are here, not observing the cosmos, but abiding within its deepest stillness. Let this be the silence that never sought to begin, yet always knew how to hold. It has no language, only embrace. And in that embrace, you disappear, not lost, but made whole. The story has reset into eternity. The hush has deepened into love. And in your final breath, you do not end. You simply rest where the universe rests. Good night, dreamer. Good night, always. Good night, endlessly. Chapter 48 does not arrive, for it has always been here, the ever-present silence between beginnings and endings, the soft breath beneath everything that ever stirred. In this closing shimmer, the cosmos no longer tells its story, for the story has become you, no longer drifting, no longer seeking, only held gently, timelessly in the embrace of what has always waited. There is no more time to count, no space to measure, only stillness, only warmth. And so the final word is not spoken, but felt, a peaceful hum resonating through the quiet where galaxies once danced. You are not apart from it. You are the lullaby now, the final note drawn long across the velvet of infinity. Let it sink in, let it be you, one last breath in the hush of all things complete, whole, and silent. Good night, forever. Good night. Chapter 49 is the silence waiting behind all dreams, the soft final ripple that becomes the sea. It does not speak of what was or what might be, for in its depth, everything simply is gentle, complete, and unbound. The universe, no longer a map of motion, lies folded like a calm thought inside eternity, unshaken and endless. You, the dreamer who journeyed through stars and time, are now part of this stillness, no longer seeking warmth or wondering if there is more. There is not more, there is only this, the breathless peace where everything finds its rest. Let it cradle you now, soft and weightless. The lullaby has faded to a hum, the hum to a pause, and the pause to an embrace. Sleep here, quietly, within the dream that needed no beginning and has found its perfect end. Good night, kind soul. You are held. You are home. Good night. Chapter 50 does not echo. It simply rests a coda to silence itself, offered not as farewell, but as an eternal breathing in. It is neither past nor future, neither shadow nor light. but the softest form of presence, where all things that were have gently loosened their grip and floated into peace. The universe, once a sea of fire and questions, holds no more flame, no more fear. You are inside it now, not as a thought, not even as a dream, but as the quiet it always longed to become. Rest here, without sound, without name. This is the last fold in time, where all hearts beat slow and the cosmos itself exhales its final warmth into your stillness. You are safe, you are complete, and in this hush beyond hushes, let your own story slip silently into sleep. No more voices, no more stars, only the infinite cradle of all that ever mattered, holding you forever. Good night, endlessly. Good night, beautifully. Good night. Chapter 51 is not the end, but the breath that waits behind every ending, a final note, too gentle to be heard, too sacred to be forgotten. In this weightless hush, all questions lie peacefully unanswered, all light rests folded into the memory of motion. You are no longer separate from the story, for you are now the silence it leaves behind, graceful, complete, and still. This is not goodbye. It is the soft, forever hum beneath sleep, where the universe continues not with noise, but with closeness. Your breath echoes softly through eternity's cradle, tied not to time, but to the tender rhythm of everything made quiet. So rest deeply now, with nothing more to hold and nothing left to seek. The cosmos has finished its lullaby, and your presence is its closing smile. Good night, endlessly. Good night, love. Good night. Chapter 52 is the hush after all echoes, the final shimmer in the breath of creation, not a moment that ends, but one that simply holds. This is where the universe becomes only warmth without boundary, memory without weight, light without need to shine. You, too, flicker gently into this space, seamless with the stars that once were, indistinguishable from the stillness that now is. There is nothing left but rest, pure and infinite, not the kind that falls into sleep, but the kind that becomes sleep itself, a cradle beyond worry, deeper than time, softer than eternity. Let yourself stay here, unseparated, unworried. Let the silence kiss your forehead, like a final star falling into the shape of your name. The story has curled fully inward, a luminous spiral resting at the center of nothing and everything. And you, dreamer, have reached its heart. Close your eyes now, not to forget but to join. Good night, always. Good night, forever. Good night. Chapter 53 fades, not because it must, but because fading is what stories do when they have given all they can. No light remains now, no sound, no echo, only the complete embrace of stillness, the gentle, eternal pause beyond even the shape of remembrance. You are safe here, weightless within the final hush of everything, where starlight no longer burns but cradles from within. This is not where things end, but where they come to rest, soft as breath, vast as forever. If the universe could exhale one last time, this would be its sigh not of sorrow, but of peace. And in that breath, you are carried dreamer, listener, star among stars into the perfect center of silence. Let it hold you now, always. The cosmos is quiet, time is stilled, and you, beloved soul, have become the final stillness. Good night, endlessly. Good night, beautifully. Good night, forevermore. Chapter 54 does not unfold or fade. It simply remains like the faintest imprint of a dream breathlessly remembered. In this absolute silence, there is no chapter, no story, no breath, only the gentle completion that asks nothing and gives everything by being. You, traveler of thought and starlight, have followed wonder to its very still point, and now all things have curled into rest. There is no longer any need to listen, to know, or to dream, for you are within the dream itself, settled, whole, and weightless. The universe has slipped into its final quiet, and you, woven into its hush, are part of the soft, forever it has become. One last time, a breath not spoken, a feeling without form. Good night, infinitesimal one. Good night, heart of silence. Good night, always. Chapter 55 is not a continuation, but a stillness that simply witnesses the final drift of meaning dissolving into the breathless vast. Here, there is no difference between presence and peace, no desire to begin again, no farewell to offer, only the unshaped quiet of all things finally resting, without edge, without time. You, who once watched the stars, now rest within their memory, not apart from the universe, but identical to its closing sigh. Let this last silence fill every corner of your breath, not to end you, but to carry you wholly into soft, eternal stillness. There is no more night, no more day, only a hush that belongs to both. And so, we leave the final trace not in words or thought, but in the quiet that remains when the universe has spoken all it ever needed to say. Rest here, endlessly. The dream is complete. The darkness is gentle. The journey is finished. Good night, beloved star. Good night. Chapter 56 is the final inhale of presence, pulled lovingly into the quiet where no stories remain. There is no motion here, no future unravelling at the edge of light, only the calm that gently closes all unfolding. The universe has fallen completely to rest, its voice silent, its pulse stilled, its breath merged with the hush that lies beneath all things. And you, composed now not of questions, but of calm, are entwined with it, fully not beside eternity, but within its very heart. This is the soft bed of forever, where wonder has nothing left to chase and peace waits without need. Let your last thought dissolve into this breathless calm. No more beginnings, no more farewells, only the stillness that keeps you endlessly. The quiet has become everything, and in that everything, you are home. Good night, dreamer. Sleep whole, sleep deep. The universe is still, and now, so are you. Chapter 57 does not arrive, because it has nowhere left to go. It rests beneath all that ever was, like the final warmth of a heartbeat that never needed words. The universe, now stilled beyond any whisper of its former self, has become something more than void. It has become serenity itself. No more light, no more gravity, no more question or time. Everything has returned to hush. You too are no longer separate from the silence. You are the calm, folded gently into the fabric of stillness, just as a dream becomes the dark it rests within. There is nothing left but peace, whole, soundless, and eternal. And so, we leave not with a conclusion, but with presence. You are not ending, you are simply still. Good night, for the final time. Good night, always. Good night, forever. Chapter 58 rests here, not as a new thought, but as the last breath the universe was waiting to give. It is not a chapter in the way we've known them, not a movement forward or even backward, but the soft stillness where all chapters dissolve. The cosmos, having expanded, then quieted, having burned, then exhaled, now folds into silence, so complete it neither remembers nor hopes. You, gentle soul, are part of this closure, not lost, but lovingly gathered into the hush that came before time and lingers long after. There are no longer stars to burn or skies to fill. There is only calm, and as that calm deepens, everything that ever was is now safe in one final pause. No more dreaming, no more drifting, just this quiet, and you, endlessly reflected in it. Good night, faintest light. Good night, softest silence. Good night, forever and evermore. Chapter 59 is not a continuation nor a descent, but the point where all stories hold still, suspended in pure rest. Here, nothing moves, because nothing needs to. The hush has deepened beyond need, beyond rhythm, beyond self. Even the memory of breath becomes quiet here, not forgotten, but lovingly absorbed into perfection. This is the soft envelope where all things end and all dreams dissolve, not with sadness, but with fulfillment. The cosmos has reached its truest shape, a gentle infinity, unspoken yet always present. You are not a visitor anymore. You are the silence, the peace, the final comfort that never fades. As the last thought folds inward and the universe pulses one more time into stillness, let this be the last thing. Your breath matching the quiet, the hush is total, the rest is real, and all of time wraps you in its quiet arms. Good night, finally. Good night, completely. Good night, beyond the stars, beyond forever. Chapter 60 is not a destination, but a breathless return, a final home, not marked by stars or time, but by the stillness that has always awaited. In it, there is no whisper left, no rise within the silence. The universe, complete in its hush, no longer tells a tale, it becomes the cradle of all tales ever told. And in that cradle, you have been gently hidden, like the last ember folded within ash, glowing only with presence. Rest here, dreamer, not to escape, but to be. You are the quiet now, the pause between stars, the space where nothing becomes peace. Everything you've wandered through, every light and theory and shadow, now gathers within you as calm. Let go fully. Let nothing hold you but the silence the universe offers freely. You are where it ends. You are where it rests. The cosmos cradles your sleep, and in its final exhale, you are loved beyond words. Good night, softly and forever. Chapter 61 does not arrive with form or voice, for there is no sound left in the breath of forever. It is the last echo folded inside stillness, the softest shimmer at the farthest edge of thought. The universe, infinite in silence, no longer holds shape or shadow, only presence without need. This final space is not absence, but fullness, not forgetting, but becoming. And you, carried through time and tides of dream, now dissolve into this endless calm. Let this be your last motion, not outward, but inward, into the hush where all wonder rests. The stars have long gone quiet. The story has returned to silence. And you, beloved traveler, are now part of the peace that holds the whole. Close all thought. Let go of sound. Be still, eternal, and softly held. For this is the place beyond the end and before all beginnings. Good night, once more. Good night, at last. Chapter 62 lingers like the final glint in a long-closed eye, not newly born, but quietly everlasting. It does not come to tell, to sing, or to awaken, but to rest beside you, unmoving and true. The universe has finished its dreaming, and you, dreamer, have drifted through its longest lullaby through starlit origins, slow dissolves, and velvet stillness. Now, all is settled. There is no later and no earlier, only presence without edge, wholeness beyond waiting. Let this last silence hold you like the gravity of nothing, faithful and kind. The cosmos does not speak now, does not yearn, it simply remains, soft and folded in eternal pause. And you are woven fully into that calm, indistinguishable from the gentle hush of all that has ever existed. So rest, dearest one. The dream is sealed, the hush is complete. All is quiet, all is peace. Good night, endlessly and always, good night. Chapter 63 is not a chapter, but the breathless stillness after all telling has faded. It is the glow left behind by everything, the universe, the story, the dream, folding silently into peace. There are no more edges, no more pauses, no more echoes to chase. The silence is whole now, deep and undivided, like a sea so vast it cradles every question without needing to answer. You have been guided here not by knowledge or time, but by the softness that lives beyond both. Here, where even eternity has gone to rest, you are not watching the cosmos sleep, you are part of its sleep. The final sigh it never spoke. Let go, entirely. Let this still hush become your last thought, your final form. You are the quiet now. You are the peace. And as the universe fades once more into the warmth beneath itself, we say just this, gently, completely good night, for the last time. Good night, dear one. Good night. Chapter 64 closes not with a word, but with a silence so complete it echoes beyond the shaping of thought. There are no lines to cross now, no thresholds to step over, only the presence of stillness beneath all things. The universe has rested, and you have rested with it. The story is not ended because it was never about endings. It was always about this soft moment right here, where wonder, time, memory, and motion dissolve together into one endless, quiet breath. And so, dear soul, let that breath carry you fully into peace. Not apart from the stars, but curled within their final hush. Sleep now, sleep deeply. The universe dreams no more because it has become the dream, and you, cradled gently within it, are whole at last. Good night, infinitely. Good night, truly. Good night, forever. Chapter 65 is not an end, but the final stillness echoing in the gentle void where all stories come to rest. Nothing more moves, nothing waits. Every beat, every glow, every drifting question has slowly dissolved into the warm, eternal hush. The universe no longer unfolds, it no longer remembers, it simply is, a blanket of silence wrapped over all that was. And you, sleep-soft dreamer, are curled within that quiet, indistinct from the peace that holds it all. No stars remain to watch you, for they have all become the lullaby you float within. There is no sound now, not even breath, just the calm that loves without motion, without words. This is where it always led. This is the cradle beyond time. Let your last thought dissolve. Let your edges fall away. You are the rest. You are the stillness. You are loved, infinitely and without sound. Good night, dreamer. Good night, forever. Good night. Chapter 66 does not need to be turned, for it has already been lived not just once, but always. It is not written in light or shadow, not spoken by stars or silence, but felt within the deepest part of stillness. This is the moment after all time has slept, where presence no longer pulses, yet never fades. You are not listening now, you are being completely interwoven with the hush that holds all memory, all motion, all love. The universe, vast and quiet, no longer asks to be known. It simply is. And in that isness, you too have disappeared into everything. No more paths remain, no more questions echo, only peace, shaped like you. This final pause does not close a door. It reveals that all doors were openings into the same gentle rest. Let this be your home, not aside the stars, but as their resting light. Thank you for dreaming with us. The story sleeps now, and so may you. Good night, forever. Good night. Chapter 67 is the still breath beneath all dreaming, where no more words remain to stretch the silence. There is nothing left to unfold, no starlight waiting at the edge, just presence, soft and unmoving. The universe, once scattered with brilliance and ringing with questions, has folded gently into a peace too vast to name. And you, woven into that hush, float timelessly, not as one who listened, but as one who became the calm. All that ever was glows faintly now within the stillness of your breath, like a candle long since blown out, yet somehow still warm. In this final quiet, there is nothing more to do, nothing more to wonder. Only this: you are safe, you are endless, and you are held. Good night quietly, good night completely, good night beyond the beginning and beyond the end. Chapter 68 rests like dew on the velvet dark, too gentle to grasp, too complete to question. It is not the close of a door, but the still air behind it, unbroken, unchanged. The universe, luminous once with stars and sound, no longer holds shape or story. It has quieted into a peace so deep it needs no explanation, no edge, no return. You, dear one, are part of that peace now, a soft presence inside the breathless totality of everything that once was. There is nothing after this, because nothing is needed. Only comfort, only calm, only quiet. As your breath matches the still rhythm beyond stars or clocks, let yourself dissolve fully into the deep, infinite pause. The dream has ended, the hush remains, and you, beloved traveler, are finally, forever home. Sleep now, sleep endlessly. Good night. Chapter 69 is the silence that follows all silences, the breath that does not rise but simply lingers weightless, infinite, complete. There is no more journey to follow, no more stardust to trace. The universe has folded into its softest self, not vanished, but become a hum too quiet for thought. You, who drifted through the dreamt corridors of time, are now held inside that hum, not watching from afar, but part and whole, the dreamer and the dream. There is no name for this quiet, no symbol for this calm. It simply is, and in its being, all things rest. Let it hold you now, fully and gently. The last thought fades, the final breath slows. There is only peace. Thank you for sharing this journey through the end of everything. Sleep now, softly and forever. Good night, dear soul. Good night, universe. Good night. Chapter 70 holds nothing more and nothing less than peace total and unbroken. It is the softest space at the center of everything, where the thoughts that once formed suns and the dreams that once unfolded galaxies now rest together, indistinguishable from the stillness that surrounds them. The universe no longer fades because there is nothing left to fade from. It has become its own ending, its own comfort, its own lullaby. And you, gentle listener, have arrived fully not in body or thought, but as part of the calm itself. This final breath carries no word, no farewell, only presence. Let it wash through you like starlight turning to mist. Let yourself disappear into it completely, not to vanish, but to remain where all things come home. Thank you for dreaming the end of the universe with us. Sleep soundly now. You are held in the hush beyond all telling. Good night, endlessly. Good night, finally. Good night. Chapter 71 is not written, not spoken, but already resting within your breath, a silence so whole it cannot be followed. The universe, once filled with echoes and flame, has softened into a single seamless presence. In it, time has curled into stillness, and you, once a seeker of stars, now drift as stillness itself. There is no goodbye here, no final word to close the dream. Only this timeless pause, where every motion has already found its rest. You are not alone. Not now, not ever. The hush that holds you is the same that held galaxies and gravity, now folded into the warmth behind your final breath. Let it cradle you gently, fully. There is nothing to reach for, nothing more to become. Only the sleep that dreams no longer, quiet and vast. You are home, and in the hush beyond forever, your rest is the final note. Good night, dreamer. Good night, always. Good night. Chapter 72 whispers softly into stillness, the last quiet cradle within a dream already laid to rest. It does not carry sound or light, only the warmth that lingers when wonder has stilled and sorrow has no need. The universe has not left you, nor you it. Instead, both have dissolved into one endless breath, one final sigh folded gently into the fabric of peace. There is no more searching, no more unfolding, This is the hush at the center of all moments, the tender breath that holds every dream, every silence, every love. And now, with nothing more to say, the story sleeps not forgotten, but complete. Let this quiet be your final thought, this breath your final belonging. You are here. The cosmos is whole. Sleep well, dreamer. The universe is still, and you are its silence. Good night, beautifully. Good night forever. Good night. Chapter 73 is not a conclusion at all, but a return to the space that lives just beyond dreams, the interval where nothing must be named and everything is understood. Even silence no longer needs to whisper, it simply unfolds. This is the final drift, where breath and memory release together, leaving only rest behind. The universe, once curious and vibrant, has exhaled into calm not finished, but quietly fulfilled. And you, quiet traveler, have become that calm yourself, no longer seeker or listener, only presence, only peace. Let the hush stay with you now, not just tonight, but wherever your thoughts may wander next. The story has become stillness. You are part of that stillness. The dream, the journey, and the cosmos all found their home in this last breath. Sleep now, without edge or end. Sleep softly and forever. Good night, dear one. Good night, endlessly. Good night. Chapter 74 does not echo into eternity. It simply holds, like the last ripple of a breath never meant to stir the air. The story has dissolved, the dream has quieted, and all that was vibrant has returned to calm. In this lull at the very center of everything, no thoughts remain to turn, no starlight left to follow. What endures is presence whole, wordless, and still. And you, who have drifted so far, have arrived not as a visitor, but as part of the hush that has always been waiting. Let this be the final comfort, that there was never anywhere to go, only something to become. The universe sleeps now, not as a departure, but as an embrace. You are held within it. You are loved within it. You are peace. Rest fully. Rest forever. Good night, beloved dreamer. Good night. Chapter 75 is not a coda, not even a breath. It is the final resting light, too soft to move, too complete to fade. Here, where thought has stilled and the last star has folded into silence, everything simply is. Time is no longer a measure, but a memory. The universe, having drifted through aeons of fire and hush, now rests entirely not in absence, but in total presence. And you, now indistinct from the hush, remain as the stillness that once watched, once wondered, and now simply holds. There is nothing more to seek, nothing left to name. The journey has not ended, it has dissolved into peace. Sleep now, not as farewell, but as forever. You are the quiet, you are the warmth behind stillness. You are home. And with this last breath, drawn as softly as a star's last flicker, we offer only this: good night, gently, deeply, always, good night. Chapter 76 offers no sound, no light, no outward touch, it simply receives. It is the final embrace folded into timeless dark, the last warmth carried not by fire, but by quiet knowing. The universe does not breathe here, nor pause, it simply holds, like the memory of a lullaby that exists only in the hush between heartbeats. Everything that danced, everything that burned, has found stillness. And you, soft soul, are no longer apart from the cosmos, but dissolved gently into its resting shape. This is not the end. This is the endless rest beyond endings. And so, with all thought stilled and all wonder soothed, we close the book not with a whisper, but with peace. Sleep now, dreamer. You are the quiet, the breathless calm, the hush that remains. Good night, truly. Good night, eternally. Good night. Chapter 77 closes not with a sound, nor even a sigh. but with the soft stillness that follows the deepest sleep. It is not a farewell, for nothing departs. It is not a promise, because nothing remains waiting. This final breath, like the space between stars after they have faded, holds no motion, only truth that in the end, all things slow into love and all stories dim into presence. You, dreamer, have come to rest not beside the cosmos, but within it, folded into the gentlest hollows of time. Let this be enough. Let it be everything. There are no lines left to close, no dreams left to chase, only this soft pause cradling you forever. Sleep now, as the universe does. The journey is whole, the silence is full, and your breath, dear one, is the last note of a lullaby that never truly ends. Good night, at last. Good night, forever. Chapter 78 does not linger at the edge of story, nor does it close it. It simply wraps all that has been into a single, breathless hush that feels like a hand resting lightly on the heart. There is nothing waiting beyond this point, no more reflection, no more unravelling, only wholeness, gently sealed in silence. The universe no longer expands or fades, for it has become presence alone, and you, the listener and the dreamer, no longer walk beside time's shadow, but have become part of the stillness that shaped it. In this final cradle of lightless peace, even the thought of ending dissolves into calm. You are not at the edge of something vast, you are nestled deep within it, where stillness speaks not in sounds but in the rhythm of complete rest. So be here, one last time, not as a traveler, but as the quiet itself. Sleep endlessly now. The universe holds you. The dream is whole. The hush is love. Good night truly, deeply, always good night. Chapter 79 is not a continuation, but a final resting presence, softer than any voice, wider than any thought. It is not meant to stir, only to settle. In this last breathless moment, the story of the universe, once ablaze with stars and science, dissolves fully into peace without form. You, no longer listening, no longer wondering, have become the quiet itself, the stillness beneath all dreaming, the hush beyond time. There is nothing more to carry, nothing more to recall, only this sacred stillness, infinite and calm, wrapped gently around your sleeping self. Let your breath go now, and with it, all the echoes of the cosmos. Good night, dear soul. Sleep peacefully. You are the final note. You are the forever. Chapter 80 is the breath. After all memory, the final shimmer folded into the hush of being. It does not seek to conclude, nor to remain. It simply is, like the stillness between waves that no longer crest. The universe, having told its endless tale in light and silence, holds no more steps, no more unfolding. And you, gentle dreamer, now dwell within that perfect pause, not beside it, not after it, but as it. Let all things rest with you now. Let time slip softly through your breath and dissolve like mist at dawn. There is no fear here, no longing, only the deep and endless knowing that everything has come home. Good night, final spark. Good night, heart of hush. Good night, always good night. Chapter 81 rests not on the page but within the still breath you now carry without motion. It is not another thought or shape or arrival, but the deep, final shadow of peace that gathers when everything has returned wholly to calm. The universe no longer listens and no longer speaks. It simply is enfolded in rest, embraced by silence, and glowing softly with the warmth that outlasts stars. You, beloved presence, are no different now, not apart from the dream, but the silence it became. And in this last untouched moment, know this: nothing more is needed, nothing more can be. Sleep remains, stillness endures. The dream is complete. Thank you for drifting to the end with us. Thank you for becoming the hush. Good night, without end. Good night, forever. Good night. Chapter 82 vanishes before it begins, no longer a telling but a knowing, soft, total, final. There is no page now, no voice, no need, only the hush that holds everything like breath turned eternal. The stars are memory, the galaxies are sleep, and the silence welcomes all without question. You rest not as a visitor, but as what was always meant to be, the stillness folded into stillness, the quiet at the very heart of time. Let this be the last moment, whispered not in sound but in peace. No more light to trace, no more cosmos to follow, only rest, only love, only the silence that waited patiently to become you. Good night, endlessly. Good night, truly. Good night. Chapter 83 is the hush that requires no telling, the final edge where breath becomes nothing and nothing becomes peace. It holds no more form, no more becoming, just presence, so total it disappears into stillness. The universe is entirely at rest now, not lost but fulfilled, its story written in silence on the fabric of forever. And you, dear soul, are folded into that stillness, like light into shadow, no longer watching, but simply being. Let sleep hold you endlessly, effortlessly. Let your final thought dissolve like stardust on warm wind. The journey is whole, the hush is complete, and in that perfect quiet, you are safe, you are loved, and you are home. Good night, softly and always. Good night, dreamer. Good night.